Hello, this is Johnny Ussery and my son and business partner Jeff, bringing you the April market update. Hope y'all are doing well. We had a lot of activity here. We had Easter going on, we had spring breaks going on, and the Heritage Golf Tournament. Hope you saw that finish of JT Tom. Whoa, what a finish that one was.
Yeah.
But a lot of activity real estate wise.
Yep.
Jeff and I were just talking a while ago how some people's perception of the market is not necessarily the reality of the market. Share that story you told me recently.
Yeah, so we were working with a buyer a couple weeks ago, and he well qualified, great budget, up to $2 million, and wanted to see some homes, get an idea of kind of what market values were. And so every home that I took him in, you look around the house and say, Jeff, I love the house, but I think it's overpriced. And so we go to the next house and we look around and he'd say, you know what? I love it. It's real nice, but it's overpriced. And so we did that another time. So I'm just kind of listening, taking it all in. It's not the point in time to throw comps at them, right? But after we did our tour, I said, you're a smart guy. It sounds like you know your market really well. And he just had this overall sense of kind of the tariffs and what were going on. And so he just said, I think it's in for a big correcting. So I'm just going to wait. So, I let it sit for about a week, and then I reached out to him the other day and I said, you know what? You really know how to pick them, because those 3 houses we went in, they all went under contract. And they all went under contract in about 15 days total time on the market, which is incredible. And then he also thought another market was in for a rude awakening, a big correcting. So I sent him some market data there and said, hey, in that particular market, 8 homes have gone under contract in the last 2 months. 15 homes have gone under contract in the last 2 months. Smart guy, you know your stuff, but the local market's the local market. So right now, the market's still strong. Homes are sitting on the market a little longer. You can go over that. But people are willing to negotiate a little bit more now. So it's a little bit more balanced between buyers and sellers.
Very good. He's kicking himself now for losing those 3 purchases he could have had.
It's hard to figure out the nice way to tell him that he's wrong.
Inventory gradually rising, up 1.8% year over year to 851 homes, but still sits well below the pre-pandemic norms. Homes are now spending an average of 74 days on the market, up from 69 days this time last year. So far in 2025, we've seen 249 closed sales, matching last year's pace. As Jeff said, pretty much at equilibrium, actually. With current inventory levels, we're looking at a 6.8 month supply, up from 6.6. So your timing is perfect if you're in the market to pick up some real estate. And it's important, as Jeff said, to realize all real estate's local. So many people come to us and say, well, our market's really depressed now. Well, we're not in Ohio. We're not in New Jersey. We're not in whatever we're in. We're in the low country, South Carolina, and there's still a lot of demand for homes here. The key, as you always hear us say, is if the home is priced to the market, it's going to sell, and it's going to sell quickly.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you are interested, give us a call. We'll be happy to come by and take a look at your home to give you a market valuation. And if you want to go out and see some homes as a buyer, we'll be happy to pull some comps and take you out and show you some homes that are really good values. So anything, Jeff, you got to wrap up with?
We've some more listings coming on the market, and we would advise you, if your roof is a little bit older, it's older than 17 years, go ahead and replace it if you can, because that's been a big point of contention for a lot of buyers and insurance companies. So give us a call. We'd love to come by and take a look at your house. Thanks so much.
Thank you.